Hello, this is Bhaksar Chakravorti, Dean of Global Business at the Fletcher School at Tufts University. I'm here with Yuriy Sivitsky, who is the board member of the Intercressi Group. And Yuriy is currently based in Kyiv in Ukraine. I wanted to have a conversation with Yuriy about the work that his company does and how that work has been affected by the war that is now close to getting to 100 days of a Russian invasion. So Yuriy, can you say a little bit about Intercressi Group and the work that it does?
Okay, the Intercressi Group is already about 26 years old, and the company is owned by purely Ukrainians. I am one of the founder of the whole group. Now we have about 15 companies, about roughly. In our group, all of them are high-tech. We are actually the software and engineers and mathematicians, and built our company. It was first company for us. We built as purely a software company, which was developing projects on demand, large-scale projects and complicated projects. Yeah. Then company was growing. We brought investments, international investments. Then we made some spin-offs. The company was naturally growing. Then we did some buyouts from former venture investors. Now the group structured according to English law. The main company is in Cyprus. It is secure for international contracts, and it's much more clear and easy to work with us for international clients. And structure of our business is actually based on English law. Right now we have three directions in our portfolio, I would say. This is the outsourcing, and Ukraine is pretty strong and famous in that area. Then we have project integration. I don't call it system integration, because when we come, the companies come, we look at the whole structure of the organization, and then the systems which are working, we combine with our systems and additional development. Then we have startups, different startups. For example, in UAV, drones and other area. And our company, this company is actually now doing a lot of services. It is a service company for oil and gas, for transport industry, and supports military right now. Yeah, in area, it's not a little area. It's a humanitarian, everything mostly, monitoring, patrolling, so on, working with land cadastre. Then we have the tools we developed for our projects. It is low-code, no-code platform, and for that we opened the company in Europe. Clients are also medium-sized and big organizations. We have operations in different countries. Our domestic market, Ukraine. But then we work also with Middle Asia, like Tajikistan, Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan. We work in Caucasus region, Azerbaijan, Georgia. We work in Europe. We have clients in Saudi Arabia. We have first client, and we work in the United States. We have two offices. One is in Houston. Another one, I think, in Delaware. In Delaware, we just opened in Delaware. We have offices in Poland, yeah, and in Swiss. That's the structure of the company.
Okay, so it seems like the company covers a very wide area of technologies and businesses.
We are very professional in the area of BPM, business performance management, and electronic content management.
Okay.
And work with the complicated and big data a lot, with artificial intellect, and also with visualization using the XR, VR technology. In that area, we work from the early years of 2000.
Sure.
With the slow technology, yeah.
So this is this is definitely covering, not only multiple product spaces, multiple forms of technologies, and many different markets, where you have clients. How's your business and work been affected by the war?
Yeah, it was affected dramatically, but not as infrastructure. But the domestic market was affected dramatically. It was just like crashed. Everything was stopped here at the beginning. The infrastructure was somehow was prepared already. I don't. It's hard to say thanks to, but the year 2014, when we had the first invasion of Russia, we developed a contingency and emergency plan, and we opened the cloud, our own cloud in Poland, for our projects, and we have key people traveling to the Western Ukraine and to Poland. Then coronavirus came, therefore we got another step of preparation, it looks like, yeah. People already came to their home, offices, sitting from their home, therefore we have VPNs everywhere. But the end of last year, we saw that tension is rising up with Russia, and we decided to do some relocations. We moved our people to Western Ukraine. Some went to Poland, Germany. Some went to United States. The key people. Then we put our environment to Amazon, and also we have had expansion in Poland in the cloud. Also secure environment. Also we did few centers in Ukraine, in Western Ukraine. We have in Kyiv, yeah, but it is because still many people are working in Kyiv, but we do that. People who are in Kyiv work mostly with the domestic projects, yeah. Even in that case, we have the emergency and also local clouds in Western Ukraine with generators, and also we have Starlinks. Thanks to our association, with collaboration with Ministry of Digitalization, we got support from Tesla and received the Starlinks to our key points. Therefore, if we have shutdown of internet, we have double lines to biggest operators, mobile operators, and plus we have now the satellite, and plus we have generators everywhere. Therefore, we try to do everything very secured.
Yeah. So if you were
especially we have attacks on us. We had a lot of attacks.
And if you were to compare the state of your work last year to this year, where would you say what has been the percentage roughly? What kind of a change have you experienced? Has it been negative, positive, about the same?
Negative. What do you mean experience?
And I'm just trying to understand how how your work and your client work, other ways in which you measure success in the business, revenues. I'm wondering, the extent to which that has been affected by the war. So I'm just trying to get a sense of, relative to last year, where would you say in the first quarter of this year?
If you compare this year and last year, the outsourcing business didn't fall down, and we had a shock, but what it was good for us, yeah. All of our clients, all 100% told us, guys, we understand you have a problem, big problem, but we will help you. If you need, take few days. If you need 1 week, we will not escape from you. Just check if everything is fine. Probably somebody should relocate. Everything should be secured. Actually, we needed 2 days, yeah, to adapt, because we have heavy attacks on cyber attacks to Ukraine on all of our in all of our industry, including the VPN, the hacking, yeah, which was the DDoS attack. All this type of activity. But we didn't have any harm of this. The only problem came that people need to move to other cities. Yeah, some of them went abroad, and you know that it's pretty difficult to work when you have idea in your mind that you already live not in peaceful environment, but in the war, in the total war for Ukraine, because they shoot it with rockets. Actually, I was woken up because the shootings were pretty close to my house, and I saw all of these explosions from my window. Therefore, to adapt yourself mentally, it was pretty difficult. But then it's fine. Yeah, where people adapt almost to everything. Yeah, as we see. Therefore, if we talk about international business, we don't have any, and didn't have, and don't have right now any problem. Everything is stable. People are working. Then we have domestic market fell. But now we have some recovery. We see some recovery in the area which is pretty safe and from the war. Central part, northern part, Ukraine, all of these big clients that we have now already work, and we support our systems and do also adaptation, helping them with that. Sure. Therefore, it is covering. But we thought that we have, with this war, we would have, I don't know. Can you imagine if your country bombed by rockets everywhere? Yeah? What business you could talk about?
Yeah.
Only have international, which is secure, and outside it works. Yeah, but here, but now it is recovering. People are. What is good? We keep most of our people. We develop also special financial plans. Mm-hmm. Also, what is good? The national bank behavior. By now, I'm really proud of that. What also good? People didn't take money out of the banks. And even number of deposits is growing. I just read the statistic today.
So I want to ask you a question about that. How have how the government and other systems, whether it's the banking system or the infrastructure, how has that helped or affected the way you do business?
Thanks to Soviet times again, yeah. We had like doubling of all infrastructure in Ukraine, because Soviet Union was preparing for the war, yeah, and because of that we had double of everything, double fiber optic. All these telecom operators have special, even in today's rules, they have special, I would say, methods, yeah, of working, yeah. Mm-hmm. And I was really surprised how fast it is. If something is broken, how quickly they repair, just 1 hour, few hours. Therefore, we even didn't use Starlink a lot, only to test. And then we had a couple of shortages of the internet, a couple of times, and it is working pretty well. The transportation infrastructure is working. Electric is working, even if they shoot it into electrical plants. And for example, in Kyiv, Russians shoot it by the rockets into a couple of the stations, but the rockets were dismissed by Ukraine. Right now, I don't see any problem. Only problem with the gasoline and diesel. Okay. Because Russians destroyed all the tanks and storages.
Yeah. So now the fact that the tech industry has been so resilient, and your own experience seems to bear that out. We're also seeing in the statistics that the tech sector has grown. The volume of exports has gone up. New clients have signed up.
Right, we signed just a couple of contracts, new contracts, last week.
And is this surprising to you?
If I am sure that my partner is secured, and what he promises actually he execute, why should I be nervous? What I was surprised when the clients told we want to pay upfront when the war began. All of our clients with whom we work for many years, they told us, don't worry, we will not pay after the work is done, we will pay upfront to you. Therefore, you have some flexibility, mobility. That was really surprising me, and brought some kind of like another feeling to our clients. Much more close.
Interesting. So I mean that's wonderful to hear. But
yeah,
it's also,
absolutely.
it is surprising.
I was positively shocked by this.
Yeah. What about the government? How has the government been in supporting you?
Minister of Digitalization was very supportive. Also, you know that Ukraine has pretty powerful NGOs, and we are as a member of one of the association. It's IT association, which is a member of the big group of like a confederation. The association immediately arranged the meeting with the parliamentarians and ministers. It was like this. Everybody was very active and asking, how can we help? What can we do? They reduced taxation dramatically, therefore businesses can work further. They brought holidays, tax holidays. They help. They ask if we want to relocate the business, but we will already be prepared for that. Therefore, we didn't need support from the government to relocate. But I know some of my friends, guys who have factories, they got support from government to relocate businesses. I would say very proactive. And for example, north of the city, probably you've heard the name Bucha, and then there are some other cities. It's like a conglomerate of small cities. Irpin, Bucha, Borodyanka, all of these victims were found there, and it was heavy fight in these cities. And one of my friends was killed there, and I traveled just after the occupation. Russians left the cities. I came there in 1 or 2 days, with the military guys to help people who are there, and everything was destroyed. Streets were dirty, glass, metal tanks, destroyed tanks, flooded tanks, old, horrible smell. Then I came there in 2 days after that, and most of streets were clean. People didn't come yet there who escaped from invasion, but the local services, municipal services there were working so fast I didn't expect. Then and the mining people came also there. There were a lot of the mining services. Then I saw many international criminal investigators came there, doctors without borders I saw there, and local governments and volunteers came like a huge number of bees, just to clean, reconstruct, and help each other, because there's no war, gas, electric, internet. Now most of the cities have electric, water, internet. Problem with gas lines, and people are coming and helping each other. It's incredible when you see this.
Wow. Well, this it's both horrifying to hear about these experiences. Of course, we've been seeing images on television, on the internet here, and it's horrifying to hear the first-person account from you. But it's also heartwarming to hear about the fact that the community, both the local community and the international community, has been coming together to, kind of.
Very helpful.
Yeah.
each other.
So
Yeah.
when you kind of go back to your colleagues, how is it affecting their work? Are they distracted because of all these issues going on? There are rockets and bombs falling, at least to those of you who are in the most affected cities, or does it actually strengthen your resolve and kind of make you more productive at work?
Yeah, actually, productivity came back. Yeah, and when you see this alert, alert. At the beginning, everybody was like escaping, and Kyiv just if you come to Kyiv first week and second week of the war, no people, no cars, every block posts everywhere. Sometimes the Kyiv was shut down, an area around Kyiv for a few days because all these groups of Russian militaries were trying to get into and so on. Every time this alert, yeah. But when somehow people used to live with this, and for example, now I don't see any panic. I think it's a nature of human being, yeah, to adapt. And already many people return to Kyiv. You see a lot of cars, traffic jams already, even without gas, and somehow many electric cars coming. People with bicycles because they need to drive. Restaurants are opening almost every day, more and more.
Okay.
And government stimulates that. They say we should live for our own money because we cannot ask all the time from internationals just help us. We should work. We should fight and work.
Yeah.
And if you would see how many people went to the military hiring points, yeah, in any village, huge queues, and army. We had our people, programmers, who are actually fighting right now in the war as soldiers and officers.
So you've lost some people who were working for you, but now
yeah, we still keep them on our salaries. Yeah. It is funny. Some of them, they want to work and they have connections to them, and they work with the projects because they want to be somehow also not fighting, but with normal life. We don't ask them to do that.
Yeah.
But they want to do it. It's like some kind of connection with the peaceful life.
Yeah. So now they're obviously some of them are fighting the war with weapons. What about with digital weapons, cyber weapons? How are they participating in the IT war?
I think almost everybody here is participating.
Okay. And do you feel any concerns about counterattacks, cyber attacks from Russia on your system?
We have had already experience the last years of Russian attacks. Yeah, and they are sophisticated, and they try to do it different ways. But we're also somehow sophisticated.
Okay.
And the society, IT society, is very strong in Ukraine, and we share experience, what to do, how to do, what methods are better, what tools are better. Also, internationals are very supportive. International companies with consulting, and it is. I don't see big harm right now from Russian cyber attacks.
Okay.
They did some. But most of private companies feel themselves pretty good and stable.
Okay. So Yuriy,
also, what is interesting? We found that these devices became #1 device in Ukraine, and all systems right now we see, and the products we have, projects with these devices are growing, and services for this type of to use these devices, mobile devices, it's growing like a hell.
Well, that's fantastic, and I also know that Ukraine is the first to put the state in that device, in the smartphone, through the DIA app.
Yes,
and,
yes.
Is that widely used?
It's widely used, but the services, they're pretty limited. There are many private services. Yeah. For example, we have specific, even in our group, there is a company which operates a lot with the mobile HR management, task allocations, evaluations, estimations, using different type of messengers. And we're surprised this business actually is growing here. Okay. Right now. It's for commercial market and it's on demand right now.
Okay. So Yuriy, final question. If there was a message that you wanted to communicate to people on the outside, whether it's businesses, governments, active citizens who are interested in helping Ukraine, helping you, your company, your colleagues in the industry, what would your message be?
First of all, the Ukrainian companies are robust companies and matured companies. And especially with all of these challenges we had from 2014, I don't see many other, I would say, companies abroad that they are prepared for difficult times. Yeah. And therefore, I think it is a good idea to work with Ukrainian companies. They're robust and innovative. And we see it in through all of these challenges we are going through right now.
Okay, I think that pretty much covers it. You have encapsulated an enormous amount in just those last few sentences. Thank you so much, Yuriy Sivitsky, founder and board member of the Intercressi Group. And this is Bhaksar Chakravorti, Dean of Global Business at the Fletcher School at Tufts, signing off. Thank you.
Thank you so much for this talk.
Absolutely.